Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving.
Yo, what is up? What is up? It is me, it is Key, and damn it, Donte, we is back. 7200 Seconds Podcast, season premiere. What is going on, man? What is going on?
Hallelujah, we finally back. We've been on a long damn vacation. I'm ready. First week of NFL started Thursday night. We got a great ball game right up out of the gate, and I'm ready. We back with the 7200. Say, let's get right into it. It
took me so long because I forgot to put the intro on. I was like, crap, let me download it real quick. But it's okay. But we're gonna play that at the end for those who missed it, because that joint was absolute fire.
Yep.
But we got my guy in the background who's gonna come and join us tonight.
He might well be the third party. He always do that.
We got my guy Robert from the Clean Sports Talk. What's going on, Robert?
What's good? Looking forward to some Eagles football. Looking forward to Eagles to whip some ass this year.
Mm-hmm.
Let's man. I'm just excited to be back finally. I mean, it's been a long ass minute.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man. I mean, we are back, and we are going to start right off the gate talking about last night's game between Clemson. Since Robert's here, he's the Clemson guy, and Vince Georgia.
Let's get it.
Donte.
I've talked to Tyra. Me and Tyra talked about this behind the scenes too, about DJ Ukulele. Oh God, I'm going to butcher that man's last name. Good Lord, I hate Hawaiian names. Fuck, such a mouthful of words. But I think DJ, from what I've seen, especially in the second half, looks strong, very confident. This dude, like this kid has, even though he's a freshman, the fact that he was a backup to Trevor Lawrence, yes, I get that. That's a little bit more pressure to have on your shoulders. Dabo Swinney's still doing his thing. I mean, don't really change as much. The second, just the defense was just the fact they only let up 10 points. That should, I mean, because Clemson always had a good defense, but offensively, since when Deshaun Watson led, and then we brought in Trevor Lawrence, that actually had a pretty decent season. But I just overall, I think DJ, from what I've seen in the first half, he's got to be more confident in his playmaking skills, because yes, I get, like I said, he's only a freshman. You got Cade Klubnik, I should say, right behind him, which I think overall, I mean, according to Dabo Swinney, the fact that he's after the performance that he's had, I think he also had he earned the right to be the starting quarterback, because I still have faith in, because originally I had people telling me that this kid just really does not really show much. It's like, the kid's a freshman. There's going to be give him like a year or two. And, I think because obviously game against Georgia, and I will not take nothing away from Georgia Tech too. I mean, their defense has been pretty good too. So, I mean, but first half, it's just like I don't know. It's just like DJ, I think, finally realized, like, yes, I get it. He needs to be confident in a young quarterback for that Clemson program.
So Donte, you did call that game last night. I see you didn't have to put the mercy rule on. You didn't have to end the game early. Think about that game last night.
Yeah, DJ is not a freshman; he's a sophomore. He played.
Oh, right.
He's actually.
I'm sorry, because every time it's just like with Clemson, you got like two notable quarterbacks. That's Deshaun Watson and the Trevor Lawrence. Like, we don't know who else is coming in after them. So I didn't even know it was a sophomore. God, I feel like that's crazy.
First of all, I'm not in love with Clemson's offense. I didn't think Clemson was really good on offense last night. Before the block punt, Clemson struggled to move the football up the field. It was two block punts that got them in situations where they scored a touchdown. That's 14 points right there. So you take the 2 block punts away. That's 14 points. And Clay Covenant is not even in the game. It's 14-10. The interception coming right up out of the gate. Clemson defense is amazing. That defense was amazing last night. That defensive line is amazing. Got pressure all night. I keep forgetting that number two. That number two that was all over the field. I think his name Carter.
I think so. And then don't forget, you also got Breezy on that
Yeah,
part of that
Breezy
front
number
seven.
11. He was disruptive all night. Number 5 was disruptive all night from Clemson. He was really, really good. That Clemson defense is really, really solid. But that offense from Clemson, I wasn't impressed with the offense. Without the 2 block punts to put them in situations where they scored, that's a 14-10 win. That's a 14-10 victory. But they're gonna get better. They're gonna get better as the season come on. But I'm a little concerned about the quarterback situation and DJ. He does, like Robert said, he doesn't seem to be so confident, and especially when pressure come at him. I think he gets rattled too fast when pressure comes at him. And Dabo Sweeney, they need to do a better job of getting Will Shipley to football, man. This guy is really explosive. He can really catch up out of the backfield. They need to do a good job of getting this guy more touches, him and Pace more touches. But other than that, the defense was very good last night. I'm just a little concerned when they get into that ACC play, when they play the Miami Hurricanes, when they play NC State, it was really good.
And they also got Wake Forest too, who's also is one of the rivals
too. They get ready to play. Yep, Wake Forest, who they get ready to play. I'm really concerned about that offense. So that offense got to get a little better. Outside of the 2 block punts, they didn't really do too well on offense. That defense and that special teams was really good last night. And Clay Kutnick, he's going to be the future. He's the future of that program.
All right, so Donte, overall, what do you think of week 1? Since week 1 is in the books for college football.
Well, I think we won. I think it was some good football. There was some not so good football. I know, tell you that damn much. I didn't expect Oregon to get beat the way they did, like that. I expect them to get beat, but not the way, not get held to 3 points of Georgia. I didn't expect them to get beat down like that. But everything else, Florida and Utah was a solid game. It was everything that we didn't. Well, it's big play Slate. Shout out to him. He caught that. That was going to be a good game, and that was a good game. And Anthony Richardson looks really, really good coming out of that draft, man. So whoever is going to have a quarterback issues this year, that's a pretty good prospect. But yeah, week 1 is we saw some blowouts and we saw some games that that's going to be solid. U of H and UTSA came down to the wire, is really good. So yeah, and embarrassing for North Carolina, giving up 61 points on that damn defense. That's just embarrassing right there. So I guess it was a good week 1, man. It was a good week 1. It was an okay week 1 for me.
All right. So just like we give love to the WNBA, this next team we gotta start showing some love to. Shout out to Jackson State over there down in Jackson, Mississippi. We all know Jackson, Mississippi is having some issues down there with their water. Shout out to Coach Prime, as in Deion Sanders. He lost his grandma last week, and he still went out there and played that game. He was able to move those kids out of there so they're able to take showers and water and like that, to go out there to beat a FAMU the way that they did. Now, I watched that game. I ended up turning it off to turn on and court the 4th quarter of that WNBA game, but they was whooping FAMU's butt. What's going on, Nightings? I mean, it was crazy. Shador Sanders, which is Deion's son, threw for 5 touchdowns.
Damn.
5 touchdowns. Hold on, where is it? 1 second. I know he did. He threw for 5 touchdowns.
Oh, I think he's gonna have a brain fart.
They beat FAMU 59-3. 59-3.
Woo!
Again, Shador Sanders, 29 of 33. At one point going into the half, he was perfect. He was a 14 for 14 and wasn't halftime yet. 29 for 33, 323 yards, 5 touchdowns. He had some good running backs. It wasn't no point to run. He was throwing all over the place. So, I mean, but shout out to Coach Prime.
Unbelievable.
He is doing an amazing job with those kids down there. He's been there 3 years now. He's turned the program around a whole lot. He's going to put that HBCU on the map. What y'all think about Jackson State moving forward?
Honestly, I mean the fact that, and this is the thing too. This is why I think Coach Deion Sanders actually is really the last 3 years has actually proved to be he's a great coach, because for a guy that had a really good career. Well, for me, because I couldn't say, because that prime time was before my era of football, so I was just saying that. Well, but I think overall, I think Coach Prime actually understands, as a player, to really help mentor these kids and try to take them to the next level. Because let's be real, I mean, the fact that you see these historically black colleges really not making some noise other than Jackson State, it really shows, it takes time. And the fact that what we saw, and I saw even though I saw bits and pieces, but at that point, I'm thinking to myself, man, kids, there should be a mercy rule in fucking football. If you put 60 points up, it's like, man, just call it. But I think overall, like I said, I think Coach Prime is doing a really good job over at Jackson State. Not an easy thing to do, to really try to make some noise for an HBCU.
Donte, what you think about what Coach Prime doing for that team over there?
He's changing the community on and off the field. He's changing some of them kids' lives and stuff like that. So very impressed with what he done for this community and for the college students as a whole. And he's got a pretty good coaching staff. Don't forget, man, Mike Zimmer is a part of his coaching staff and stuff like that. An NFL proven head coach that knows about defense, and I'll say he got a very good cornerback in Travis Hunter. That dude is going to be somewhere else. He's supposed to win for Florida State, but he decided to go with Coach Prime. But again, like I say, I mean, anytime you get beat 59-3 or you score and you have 42 points before halftime, you should have a running clock. You should automatically just have a running clock. Just like
I agree with that.
Like you do in basketball, if you get
a running clock.
30 in the fourth quarter, I don't care if the ball go out of bounds. I don't care if you throw it out of bounds. The clock should not stop. So other than that, that's a new rule on the Spotlight Sports Network. If someone scores 40, it'd be 40-0 at halftime or 40-0 in the third quarter. Just stop the stream. There's no need to watch that.
Right, definitely ain't the mercy rule.
There's no need to watch it.
Yo, that's crazy. So broke down week one. Week one was good. Definitely some good games. Jackson State definitely deserves to get their shout out. And I believe their next game is week 2. They play Tennessee State. That's always one of their rivalries. I think Eddie George is the coach over there. So that's always a good rivalry game over there for them. All right. Get down to the nitty gritty of the show. But before we get into that, got some news. Montrezl Harrell is a 76er. That did break earlier today. 2-year deal, about $5.9 million, along with the player option. Daryl Morey is at it again. Another, as Donte would say, another Daryl Morey guy. But Donte, what do you think about this move right here for the Sixers?
I mean, it's a solid move. He's going to help the bench out. He's going to come out, give you some energy, give you some physicality, give you some scoring off that bench. That's if he's going to be used. That's if he's going to be that's if Doc Rivers consider using him. I think he should be a rotational piece. Or if Joel Embiid goes down, he's a guy that you can put in the starting lineup, and he can get you buckets. He can get rebounds. He can come out the bench and get energized. He can play some pretty solid physical defense as well. So it's a pretty good move, man. It's not a bad move. It's a good move. Anytime you can get some bench depth like that, like a Daniel House, I think you still got a Matisse Thybulle on your team, and to this day, it's going to help the bench. I think it's going to help deepen the bench and take a lot of pressure off Joel Embiid when you want to stick someone in there that can guard, and especially he also is very good above the rim too. But he gets out there. And he's a very good hustle. He's a very good energy guy too. So it's a solid pickup. It's a solid move.
All right, Robert, how you think, our Sixers pick? I wasn't expecting, when I seen that, it was a complete shocker to me. I was like, oh, snap. What do you think about?
I like it based on one or two reasons. Like Donte said to me, he's physical. I mean, if you watch, when he was with the Washington Wizards, you know what this guy was capable of. I mean, even though we had Dwight Howard, he was the one who forced Dwight Howard to be ejected, which is the most ironic part. Like, and I said this too. I mean, even though Dwight Howard is long gone from this team, but I still feel like you can. I mean, I think it's just like Harold can really, like Don said, bring that physicality, that bully ball kind of type of play, which something I think that could really help out Joel Embiid, especially coming off the bench. And, some of these other guys, try to at least be somewhat complementary pieces. And, just really, see what and even though Darren was trying to really make just try to make some way much different roster changes. So hopefully, they won't, fall short of the finish line, so to speak.
All right. Dawson Knox returns to practice, returns to the team. We all know his brother unfortunately did pass away. So that's why he was away from the team. But Dawson Knox is back. Prayers and thoughts to Dawson Knox and his family. What is going on, old man Mob? What's up? What's up? Trubisky is getting a start.
What's good, old man?
Trubisky is getting a start, and he is nominated and he's team captain. Let me just get out this breaking news, and then again we're gonna get to the nitty gritty part. Bakhtiari, he could be back for week 1 for the Packers. That's definitely some good news to Aaron Rodgers. And Lamar Jackson is all locked in about his contract situations. But we're gonna go more in depth into that. But I gotta let my guy K-Rock talking sports in here. He is the regular guy here on the Spotlight Sports Network and on the 7200 Second Podcast. What is going on? K-Rock, what's up?
What's going on? What's going on? I got the all black Niner on today. Let's go. I'm ready.
What's going on, Jose?
I think we're all ready for football at this point.
So speaking of Lamar Jackson, we all know he is in line for a contract now. We all know Russell Wilson got his extension, got his bag. Mm-hmm. He said he's locked in. So during week 1, you should really sure he's locked in, or in the back of his mind, he's still thinking about some money.
Okay, so the way I see it, because I've actually, the thing with Lamar, I mean, the Lamar is really fun to watch when he's healthy. But the thing is like, since Wilson got the contract, and let's be real, I mean, for a 5-year extension. But for me, I still think Baltimore's got to find one way or the other to extend Lamar, because if you let that man walk, you're gonna be wind up setting yourself back just a little bit, because this is also a place on Lamar's part not having an agent to help negotiate the contract stuff, and that's where I feel like a lot of times he doesn't, like, Lamar doesn't have that leverage against the Ravens. So I think man, you got to get that man extended one way or the other. It doesn't matter how much it takes.
Donte, what you think?
I'll say, man, I'm not concerned at all. I think he's locked in. Man. I'm not concerned. That man, they're gonna pay him this money. Ever since the Ravens, he's been the starting quarterback for the Ravens. Besides this year, when he was 8-3 and he got hurt. The Ravens are a playoff team. Ravens are a playoff team. So I say he's valuable to the Raiders. Not the Raiders, but the Ravens. He's valuable to them. He is valuable to them. That shows when he's off the field, the team isn't really good. And the team isn't really good. The team isn't really good when he's not at quarterback. So yeah, the man is going to get paid, and he deserves his money for the Baltimore Ravens.
I don't think I kind of agree with Damian. Just said I don't think he's worth $200 million though. I don't think he's worth $200 million. Not yet. Because to me, he's just showing that he can pass. His legs are already there. I want to see him. He got for me to want to give a quarterback $200 million. You got to even get to the Super Bowl and win it for me. I can't just give a quarterback $200 million for nothing. Like, okay, you showed me strides of what you can do, but I think he should still get paid, but not no $200 million.
Well, we will all see. He said he's locked. Harbaugh said he's locked in for week 1. Amidst the contract situation. But we don't know when he's going to get his contract situation. We don't know when that's gonna happen. Week 1, week 2, week 4, week 5. What if he go the whole season and not talk about a contract? And that would be crazy if he goes the whole season and don't get his money. One more. We're gonna go to NBA real quick. Before we get down to the heavy part of the show. Patrick Beverly. He says he's excited about playing with Westbrook. Now, if the Lakers do not trade Westbrook, do you think Patrick Beverly could make Westbrook a better person? Hey, Rock, I'm gonna start with you.
No, because Patrick Beverly is a troll. He has no offensive game. All he does is play defense. Russ, ever since that triple double season, it's like he's been Westbrook down to the end of the firing hole. I don't know what's going on with Westbrook, but I don't think he makes him better because he's not nowhere near Russ's talent. I don't think he makes him now defensively, probably, but overall game he doesn't really upgrade Russ because only thing he upgrades him on is defensive side. He doesn't help him on the offensive side. Okay, he can hit a couple shots here and there, but defensive wise, that's all he's really good for because he's going now. Westbrook ain't got to worry about Patrick Beverly messing with his mind.
Donte, what you think?
I think it pushes Russell Westbrook to play better, but I think it makes the team more better with him out there. I think it makes the team more better. Like I say, Patrick Beverly made Minnesota a playoff team. If he touches the locker room, Patrick Beverly changes the locker room. And you saw what he did when the Clippers let him go and didn't want to pay him. He went to Minnesota, and guess what they did? They beat the Clippers and ended up getting into the playoffs.
You know why though? Because Patrick Beverly, the stars on the other team don't want to guard the other stars on the other team. That's why Patrick Beverly is good for that. Because say if Harden going up against Westbrook not going to guard Harden. It's going to be Patrick Beverly. Kyrie come down. It ain't gonna be Westbrook. It's gonna be Patrick Beverly.
Team wise, when he got into the locker room, the team immediately got better. I mean, you don't have to really score to be an impact player.
Yeah.
I guess he doesn't score. He's a shooter. He plays defense. He gets up into the opponent's best player ahead. You ain't gotta be a dominant.
You call Patrick Beverly a shooter?
He can shoot. He shoots 36% from downtown. That's great.
Yeah, when he shoots it, but he's not a consistent shooter.
That he shoots 36% from the 3-point line. That is great.
When he decides to shoot the ball, he's not like a every game he gonna shoot at least
everybody gonna miss every single game and gonna struggle, but he's a 36% 3-point shooter. He can shoot the ball. That's pretty consistent. 36%.
How many threes he take a game?
It doesn't matter how many threes he take. He can take 2 threes. He can hit. He can take 2 threes.
Well, 2 threes for 36%. That's bad.
That's game though. If you add that up, that's every single game though. That's every single game. It's just not 2 3s. Sometimes he makes 4 threes. There's gonna be some games he makes 5. There's gonna be some games he makes 4. You know,
I ain't never seen Pat make 5 threes in the game.
He'll take an average of 2, 3 threes. But like I say, some games he's gonna hit 5 threes. Some games he's gonna hit 4. Some games he's gonna hit 4. That's just what Patrick Beverly is. But like I say, he changed the dynamic on how they play, and he's a difference on the floor. And speaking of Minnesota, they couldn't even get to the playoffs with Karl Anthony Towns. They couldn't even get to the playoffs with him alone. So Anthony Edwards and Patrick Beverly changed the way that team played, and I believe he can do it with the Lakers. I believe he can impact the team. I don't know how much he's going to help Russell Westbrook game, but I believe he can impact the team as a whole.
Yeah.
He can do that.
The question was not the team; it was Westbrook. It wasn't about the team. The question was about Westbrook.
Well, I can't. I'm going to plead the fifth on that one because Westbrook is
already.
But I'm going to say,
I plead the fifth.
Or as a team, he can impact the team. Yes, he could.
But the thing I didn't like what Pat Bev said, now we a championship team because all of a sudden you there. Okay, you can't just say y'all a championship team. Like if that was the case, the team they had last year, people called that a championship team. That's not a championship team. No, they didn't even make the playoffs. So how you just gonna say y'all a championship team? Now you have to really back that up. You can't just say, "Oh, now I'm on this team. Now I'm a championship team." You really have to back that up. You really have to at least get to at least the conference finals for me to believe that you're a championship team. Because you can't just come on a team and say, especially if you're not an offensive player and you're more of a defensive player, you're gonna come onto a team and say, "Oh, now I'm here. I got the defense." Well, say when you tired, who gonna step up for you when you tired? Because West play what 50% defense and 90% offense. LeBron, you see LeBron take off defensive plays. AD does it, so I guess he's going to have to yell at all of them to start playing defense for them to become a championship team. You really think LeBron is going to let Pat Bev yell at him? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Robert, what you think about does Westbrook become a better player? Does he get pushed to be a better player?
Honestly, when the Lakers brought in Pat Beverly, what I think what it signifies is that it's gonna really test. I would say really would push Russell Westbrook because let's be real, even at this point, I think Russell Westbrook realized if this team doesn't go anywhere, he's already done. I mean, it's make it or break it for Russell Westbrook. Regardless of what people think, I mean, he spent much. I mean, he's trying to trace a ring, but looking at it and, Pat Bev, it's just, for me, it's a 50-50 kind of player, but I think this really does signify that, Westbrook is he can either play better or he might just hang up the sneakers. It's one of those two options.
So, Gooley, what we talking about is, will Patrick Beverly make Westbrook better? That's what the question was. All right, so we're going to go into the NFL, but before we break down week 1, I'm going to keep a record of our picks, and I want to see how close we come or how, who's right and who's wrong. So we're going to pick the yearly awards now. So I'm going to write them down, and let's see who's close. Let's see how many people get some right. It should be interesting. Let's see what changes. All right, so Gooley says, okay, we talking about the Lakers. Okay, here's my 2 cents. The Lakers haven't learned anything. They went back to their era of basketball, which isn't Lakers. Patrick Beverly, is it going to save them too? Oh, LeBron likes the dog out of the what? LeBron likes the dog out of the city. Chicago has a lot of Chicago players on it. Damn, Gooley writing books. Lakers went back to name chasing instead of a name of their own, which made them historic franchise. They look at Boston now compared to LA. All right. So MVP, who do y'all think will be MVP this year?
On NBA or NFL?
NFL. Me, I'm torn because I do see Patrick Mahomes really can make a case for it. I think Rodgers might take a bit of a step back because of it, because I know he's getting up there in age. For me, I go with Pat Mahomes.
All right, so we're gonna put Robert down for Mahomes. Who y'all got?
I got my whole overall defense.
Oh my God.
I don't know right now. It's hard to really say because I could say what player, and then he can have a season that's just trash. Then I'm gonna be mad I even picked the person. Like I could go Derrick Henry and he could get hurt in like week 2. Like I don't want that to happen. You see what I'm saying? Like anybody could go down in any week, so you could say, yeah. You know what's crazy? Because remember the same year Carson Wentz was going for the MVP, then he got hurt. The next thing you know, Tom Brady won it. It was like week 15, he gets hurt. Then all of a sudden, Tom Brady just was the MVP. Like it worked. I mean, when Wentz was out for like 3 games, and all of a sudden he loses the MVP just like that.
Yeah,
so I don't know. Get back to me. Can I tell you my picks on Saturday? No, can I tell you my picks tomorrow before the season starts? I'll just send them to your inbox and let you know, because I don't know.
Gooley said Aaron Rodgers, but his sleeper pick is Justin Herbert. Donte, who you got churning over there?
Well, my pick is Justin Herbert.
MVP?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you got Justin Herbert going MVP. How far do you see the Chargers going then if he's the MVP?
If I got Justin Herbert as the MVP, they're gonna get to the playoffs as a wild card. I don't think they win the division, but I think they win the wild card.
You can't have an MVP quarterback and then your team is a wild card team. That don't even make sense.
They in the play. Yes, it does. They're in the playoffs. Now if you in the MVP discussion don't make the playoffs, they may not give you the MVP, but he's gonna make the playoffs. He's gonna.
I'm saying if anybody's in the MVP discussion, your team should your team should be good enough to. Okay, I understand if you have an off brand.
All right, I'm gonna go with Josh Allen. Actually, is my MVP. So we're actually gonna do 2 of these, and then next week we can do another 2. Let's go Offensive Player of the Year. Who y'all think?
Derek Carr. For me.
Ooh, okay, Dante coming out with the car. Damian makes sense for once. Matthew Stafford.
Even though I want to go with my man Debo, I'm not, because it's not going to happen. Even though that man says everything, he plays defense, offense, kick return, punt return. He might even kick the ball, but I'm not going to go with him. But I'll go with Offensive Player of the Year. Yeah, I'll get all. I gotta really dissect this. I'll have all my picks in tomorrow. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Now Defensive Player of the Year. Now we go on the defensive side of the ball. I can give you my picks a little faster.
All right, well, give me a defensive player then.
I got 2. I got Aaron Donald and Fred Warner.
Well, I need your one.
I'll go Aaron Donald.
Since you can't decide the other 2. Robert's not here. It's funny because I'm gonna go with another Raider. I'm gonna say Devontae Adams.
I was thinking about him too. But you know who my sleeper is gonna be? Russell Wilson.
Oh, what? Offensive
player of the year. That's my sleeper. Because you just never know with Russ. Because Russ can have that great season, or he can have that bad season.
You want me to put that down then?
Yeah, it's my sleeper. That's not my first pick, but he gonna be my sleeper. He's gonna be my sleeper pick.
Okay. All right. So we got that out the way. Do y'all want to break down week 1? Y'all want to do fact or fiction or over under?
However we want to do it. It don't matter. I got time.
Well, I'm about to get all work soon, so I got a little bit of time.
So let's go ahead and break down this week 1 schedule here and who we picking. We starting off with Sunday Night Football. We got the Rams and defending champions. The Rams defending champions versus the Buffalo Bills, and they are in SoFi. I think they get their rings in. Who do y'all got in this game winning?
I got the NFC West. And I'm not taking nothing away from the Bills. I just felt like it's going to be the championship ceremony all night and all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they lose the first game of the season. And so Matthew Stafford playing?
As of right now, yes.
Oh, while Matthew Stafford, because the quarterback, I don't see them losing to the Bills. It's a close game, though. But if now Matt Stafford wasn't playing, I say that's a different story. But I believe the Rams probably went by maybe 3-7 or 14. I don't see nothing past 14.
Dante, who you got?
I got the Rams in a close game.
I'm going to take not really an upset, but I'm going to take the Bills.
I knew that. I knew it was happening.
It's funny. Look, let me tell y'all how close ESPN has it. By 0.3%. 49.9 is going to the Rams, 49.6 to the Bills. So this game is close.
See, that kills me.
I'm going to take Buffalo in like the last minute type of situation where they're going to get the go ahead they're going to get the go-ahead lead and win the game. I'm going to say the Bills.
Question: if this like 10 seconds and Josh Allen throws the ball deep towards Diggs' area and Jalen Ramsey on him, who you think Stephon Diggs catches the ball and score, or Jalen Ramsey stops it?
I don't know.
Exactly. That's why I said no. I don't see nothing past like 7 points because that's a real iffy one for me.
All right, let me make sure I got that. I did say who I was saying. Did you join the Pick'em League just to let you know, Tay Rock? Did you?
Oh no, I can do that though. I seen it, but I was doing stuff in here with these people. But I definitely joined it though.
All right, so y'all got the Rams. I got Buffalo. Then we got week 2. We got so New Orleans Saints against the Atlanta Falcons. I think this is like a all around answer
Yeah,
here.
I'm going with the New Orleans people.
Dante, you got the Saints too.
Don't ask me that. Yep. Don't
Just
ask me
don't know what Mariota's going to do. I mean, of course, we excited to see Drake London, Kyle Pitts, but I'm excited to see what Jameis does.
Sorry guys, this Mama Hopkins calling me, so I gotta step off for a minute.
No problem.
All right.
What's going on, normal guy? So yeah, so we're taking the Saints here. I'm obviously I'm want to see what Jameis Winston does. Chris Olave, Michael Thomas comes back. Don't forget about Jarvis Landry's down there as well. Still got Kamara. Their defense is still legit even without Marcus May. So definitely it's going to be the Saints here in this game. We got the San Francisco 49ers against Damian and Gooley's Bears. Who you got, Dante?
I'm taking the 49ers. This perspective, I mean, the 49ers are better. They're a better football team, better defensively, better offensively. Quarterback, not so much. I still think Trey Lance is going to be fine. I think the receivers are better. Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings. The running game, Elijah Mitchell. I think Bosa, them going to be disruptive. I still think the offensive line is a question mark for the Chicago Bears. And outside of Darnell Mooney, I don't know who they're going to throw the ball to outside of him.
And damn. The Connecticut Sun force a game 5.
I said that. I said
104 to 80.
I said it. They're going to force a game 5. I think both teams are going to go 5. And I think the Chicago Sky is going to win in 5. I think Chicago is going to win in 5. And I think Ace is going to win in 5.
Okay.
I heard you were talking Bears. You know what? I'm going to shock the world. I got my team in an upset.
Oh, explain, sir.
Here's why. Because everybody's been talking. Here's the thing. Justin Fields has a chip on his shoulder. Jalen Johnson has a chip on his shoulder. Justin Fields came out and said that every time when people talk about the fact he hated the fact that he was not a top 10 pick. And he was pissed off about it. He came away a top 20 pick. And we've all know that when a quarterback has that type of talent coming up from their rookie season feel that they were dissed, I think Justin Fields can get to this defense. And also, here's another thing. Newsflash, everybody. The Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears went back to a 4-3 defense.
Oh.
Should have never been changed anyway, but also a lot of people have to realize a young team with young safety, a younger defense. You still have Roquan Smith, who is still going to play. I really think a lot of people are underestimating the Bears because of all the drama that they went through this offseason. And after what I've seen in the preseason and what I've seen through the media, I can see the Bears winning in an upset 20-23. I mean, nothing against the 49ers. I believe they are a good team, but the biggest question for them right now is quarterback. Because if Trey Lance goes down, then Jimmy Garoppolo. And a lot of fans, 49er fans, are 50-50 when it comes to it. Some people want Jimmy G to be the starter. Some people say Trey Lance. I got it right? Trey Lance?
Yeah, Trey Lance.
Some people think that Trey Lance is not ready for that limelight. So I know 92% of people are picking the 49ers, but I'm picking my Bears. I believe the voices in my head, in my heart, in my head are telling me Chicago, and I have Chicago in an upset, 20-23. No offense, Tay-Rock, but to be honest, big question mark is really quarterback. Now, the biggest question here is who's going to guard Debo? Is it going to be Brisker or is it going to be Kyle Gordon? That's the big question there. But other than that, I mean, got the Bears in an upset. I just wanted to come on and get that part right there. So we don't have a legit defense. Roll Collins wants his money, so we don't know he's going to. How is spelled H-O-W, not J-O-W, but okay. He's going to play, look good or look like Allen Robinson when he wanted his money, and that O-line is very questionable. That is true. But at least the Bears' biggest question mark isn't in ours, not the offensive line department. It's in the who the hell is Justin Fields going to throw it to department.
That's the question. Outside of Darnell, I don't see who to get a ball to outside of him because again, I told you this, Cooley. I'm a big fan of Montgomery and Herbert, and like I say, I'm just concerned about the offensive line and who Justin Fields is going to throw the ball to. Outside of him, that's my only concern.
I agree with that, Coach. I agree with that too. But like I said, with the offensive line, what we see in preseason, biggest question mark. A lot of people saying is the offensive line, but my biggest question mark is who is he going to throw it to outside of Mooney, Komet, and at least Brian Pringle will play. Thank God. But yeah, I just wanted to come up here and just give you that little take. So. Yeah, guys, I got the Bears 20-23. If I'm wrong, hell, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, one stress pill down, 16 more to go.
Oh boy, that was Ghoulie. He said we have Harry and Pringle and Shelly. Well, Harry's going to be, isn't he going to be out for a while?
Harry's going to be out for at least 3 weeks, what I've heard. But actually, he's on injured reserve, to be honest with you. But he might be out for 6 weeks. Hey, at least we got a first-round pick. We can draft a good wide receiver. I know we're going to suck. So, hey, it could be a top 5 pick. Thank God. Hopefully you don't trade it for a big superstar like Tyreek Hill or somebody like that.
Oh, man. But Ghoulie got his team in an upset. We all picked the 49ers to win this game. So we got the Steelers against the Bengals in an NFC North division. Donte, who you got?
I got the Bengals. I got the Bengals by 3 points in this game.
Okay. Who did I pick? You said the Bengals by 3?
Yep.
What's going on, Vic? So do I. I got the Bengals here. 4-13. Here we go. 4 games. That's all you got, Damien. 4 games. Yeah, I got the Bengals here as well. Trubisky's getting a start. You still got Najee Harris. Still got George Pickens, the rookie there. See what he can do. Offensive line. I don't know if it upgraded this year, but I do know Pittsburgh has a solid defense still. But we gotta see what that offense can do with Trubisky back there, Deontay Johnson, Pat Freiermuth. So they do have offensive weapons. Let's see if Trubisky is able to get the ball out to him. But I still like the Bengals here in this NFC North matchup here. I'm going to take Joe Burrow and the boys to beat the Steelers. We got the Philadelphia Eagles going into Ford Field yet again against the Detroit Lions. Donte, who you got?
I got the Eagles winning this game by 10 points, 27-17. It's gonna be a close game.
Okay, yeah, I respect that score. Again, I'm not taking no team lightly, and I'm not taking the Lions lightly either. They was the most competitive. They was the best 3-14 team I've ever seen in my life. They was the best 3-win team I've ever seen in my life. One thing about the Lions is they compete, they go hard. So we'll see what Jared Goff and those guys can do down there. What's going on, ECG? So yeah, we'll see what those guys do down there. But I do got the Eagles winning this game. I like the 10 point. I like the 10 point margin there, so I'm also go 10 points. As well. I'm gonna say 24-14. We got this AFC East matchup against the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Donte, who you got?
Got the Miami Dolphins win the game by 6. You gotta win this game 4-28. Miami.
And I also picked Miami here winning this game. Oh, you picked the Eagles defense, Damien. I also got Miami winning this game as well. The Patriots is going to take a step back this year, in my opinion. I think Buffalo's going to win that division, but Miami's definitely going to win this game here. Again, their defense is still pretty solid. Tua got Tyreek Hill. He still got Mostert. He still got some weapons. He got Jalen Wallow. He got a good running game. He got Grosecki. He has weapons around him again. We just gotta see how Tua does offensively. We got the Baltimore Ravens going up against the New York Jets. This is not even nothing to talk about. This is the Baltimore is going to win this game. But we said this last year about the Jets, Jets, just in the season. Last year of Tennessee, and they whipped Tennessee. But I'm still taking Baltimore here to win this game.
Yeah, I'm taking Baltimore to win this game. I'm gonna go 20. I'm gonna go 27-10.
And we got the Commanders going up against the Jaguars. So you got here he go with this Jets upset.
I got the Washington Commanders winning by 3 points. Winning by 4 points, 24-20.
I feel like this game is going to be competitive than what everybody think it is.
I got Commanders 24-20.
I got the Commanders winning too. It's not. I don't think this game's going to be a blowout. I think this game's definitely going to be competitive. It's definitely going to be competitive. This is the game right here. I think this is the game of the week for me, only because it's Baker Mayfield going up against his old team, the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. Who do you got?
I got Carolina at home, 20-17.
I'm also picking Carolina here as well. I think Baker Mayfield gets his revenge. I think he gets at least about 3. I'm saying 4 touchdowns. I'm calling it 4 touchdowns by Baker Mayfield. We got the Colts against the Texans in the AFC South Division matchup. Who you got, Donte?
I'm going for the upset. I'm going for my Texans to win in a close game. Win at least by a field goal. 23-20.
Oh, snap. Okay. Why are you taking an upset?
People saying we can't do it. I believe, like I say, this defense is going to be competitive. I believe I still got a lot of question marks on the offensive line, the tight end position. Outside of Brandon Cooks and Nico Collins, I still got question marks at the receiver position, but I love the upgrades. So Tyler Johnson is a pretty good player. And I need y'all to stop saying sorry, bro. Don't say sorry. It's a prediction. It's football, and if nobody think the Texans can win, it's fine, man. Like I say, I love for people to not have faith in us so we can prove it on the field. It's fine. It's just talking football. So you don't gotta say sorry or feel sorry for me. I'm not gonna be we lose, I'm not gonna be hurt. I'll get blown out. I'm not gonna be hurt. I'm just gonna be laughing, not gonna be stressed out, not gonna make rage videos. I'm not gonna do all that. But yeah, I just believe our defense is going to be more competitive and force turnovers and stuff like that. So I just feel a different vibe with the Lovie Smith defense and Jalen Petrie in this running game. And like I say, I know Damian Pierce ran the football well in preseason, but I want to see him. I want to see how he do this Sunday, week 1. So, hey, we'll see. We'll see. I believe we're a better team than we were last year. So I'm going to take the Texans. And plus, we're a divisional rivalry with the Colts. We know what they're about. We know they want to come out and run the football, and we'll see. But I got my Texans in the upset though. And I like when people saying we can't beat, we're not going to be able to beat them. And if, like I say, we lose, we lose. But I think it's going to be competitive. We lose, I think we're going to come out on a competitive showing.
Yeah, I think you definitely think the Texans are going to be a little bit better than they were last year, especially with the upgrades they did, and then they got the draft. Y'all had an excellent draft. I mean, y'all did get OJ Howard as a tight end. I guess that was an upgrade for y'all because who was your tight end last year?
Farrell Brown and we had Farrell Brown and we had Brevin Jordan.
So I mean, OJ Howard could be an upgrade for that. You know, he's still a veteran guy. Somebody, for Davis Mills, but I'm going to take the Colts here to win this game here. So we got the New York Giants against the Tennessee Titans. Who you got in this game?
I got Tennessee, but I think it's going to be close. 26-20.
Oh, all right.
I think it's going to be close.
Texas win the AFC South. He said hot take. Yeah, I got Tennessee winning this game. I know they're missing they 12-point sack guy and Harold Landry. He's out for the season, but they still got Justin Simmons. They still got a good defense over there without Landry. So they just gotta next man up over there. And we got the NFC North division here. Rivalry. We got the Green Bay Packers against Minnesota, going into Minnesota. Who you taking?
I'm taking Minnesota this game. I think they're gonna split. I'm taking Minnesota. It's gonna be a close score, 30-27.
Every time I don't pick Minnesota, they win. Every time I pick Minnesota, they lose. Hopefully, Minnesota don't do that to me this year, but I'm not taking Minnesota. I'm still going to take Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers, he said a tie. I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers, and I think it's going to be a 10-point game. We got the Kansas City Chiefs against the Arizona Cardinals. Who you got?
I got Kansas City. I got Kansas City Chiefs winning this game. I think it's gonna be. I got them 34-28.
34-28.
Yeah, I got 34-28. I believe Kansas City gonna get enough stops. I believe their offense still gonna be good without Tyreek Hill. That he still got Travis Kelce. I think he's still gonna make it work. I think Patrick Mahomes is still gonna make it work. Now, again, the problem is Tyreek Hill is gonna be good without Patrick Mahomes, because I still think Patrick Mahomes still is going to be I still think he's great. Even without Tyreek Hill. In the preseason, he showed no time. He showed no time. He showed no weakness of Tyreek Hill and showing that he doesn't really miss Tyreek Hill. But I'll say, we'll see. I got the Kansas City Chiefs in a high-scoring game. I think they're going to just get, when it comes down to it, I think they're going to just get that stop. And we all know the Cardinals, Kyler Murray struggles without DeAndre Hopkins being a receiver, being out there. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs.
And we got this hot AFC West Division rivalry matchup. We got the Las Vegas Raiders against the Los Angeles Chargers. Who you got in this game?
I got the Las Vegas Raiders, 34-31.
Oh, you taking the Raiders? I'm going to take the Chargers here in this game. Justin Herbert, the Chargers beefed up their defense a little bit. They got somebody to help out. Nick Bosa did get Khalil Mack. They got J.C. Jackson over there. I'm gonna go with the Chargers here. It's not going to be a blowout. This is going to be another good game. I think they squeak it out by 7. Why I gotta be you ain't shit? I'm just being logical here, Ern. Leave me alone. You got Tampa Bay against those Cowgirls. Who you picking?
I got Tampa Bay in a close game. I got Tampa Bay 27-24.
Well, I do have a nice little stat here. When it comes to Dallas and Dak stats against Tampa Bay. Now, Dak Prescott has completed 94 of 119 passes in 3 careers against Tampa Bay, the highest of any quarterback against any single opponent in NFL history. So he's about 79% in completing passes when he goes up against Tampa Bay. I'm still going to take Tampa Bay here to win this game. It may not be a blowout as people are thinking it is, only because of we worried about Dallas's offensive line. Of course, they did get Jason Peters. You still got Zeke back there. You still got CD Lamb. Will he be that number one receiver? Because Michael Gallup's not there yet. James Washington's hurt. Who is going to get the bulk load of this offense? Will Zeke run more? Will they give him the ball more? So I'm still going to take Tampa Bay in his game here. And we got the Monday night football game. We got the Denver Broncos against the Seattle Seahawks. So Russell plays his old squad. Who do you have?
I got the Denver Broncos. 27-14.
Here go Doug. Yo, better worry about the Bucks line. Oh yeah, that's right. That is true. Their offensive line's depleted too. And come to find out, they were saying that Tom Brady is all worried about his wife leaving because it's rumored that she wasn't too keen of him going back to play football. So let's see if the Cowboys can get in Tampa Bay's head a little bit. Dak's going to get not sacked 12 times with Jason Peters protecting him. But Damian, you at least got to give it to Jason Peters. I know he played for your Bears last year, but at least he still played 15 games, which was shocking. Like, I am not a hater of Jason Peters. I like Jason Peters. It's just a simple fact is that he's getting up there in age. He's 40. You still got the guys on the other side of him that's a little bit younger and a little faster than him. That's my only issue is just the age factor there. I'm not a Jason Peters hater at all. Giselle left Tom and is chilling in Puerto Rico. The Bucks offensive line is the same as us. Okay. Jason Peters will be playing right away. Oh, he won't be playing right away. Okay. So that is your week 1 breakdown and predictions. Make sure y'all tune in to the Spotlight Sports Network and streams because we will be covering most of those games. So make sure y'all are here Sunday. And then again, we got the morning show coming back as well at 10 a.m. Who says Tyler Smith will be starting at left tackle. All right. So let's get into Donte's favorite game here. We're going to get into a little bit of fact or fiction here. So we got fact or fiction. We got Diggs and Allen. And then Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen combination, duo will be better. Will have a better season than Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp.
No. I believe Matthew Stafford. I believe that's fiction. Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp will have a better season.
He said Jason Peters got field injured and sacked 9 times against the Browns. Whew. I remember that game. Vic says fiction. Yeah, no, I think Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp's going to have they're going to be the better duo on the season than Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Even though they're going to be great too, but I just think Stafford and Cooper Kupp will have a better season. Fact or fiction, Lamar Jackson will be the highest paid QB.
I'm gonna go fiction. I still think he would get $200 million, but I don't think he would be the highest paid QB.
Because I think right now that's Russell, ain't it?
Yeah, I don't think he would get paid more than Russell, but I still think he would get about $200 million. I still think he would get that, but I don't think it will be higher than Russell.
I think he was talking about numbers like Kyler Murray type numbers, up somewhere up there in the 200 millions.
I still think he would get 200 million, but I don't think it would be better than Russell Wilson's or anything. I don't think it would be better. I think it's fact. I think that's fiction.
All right, Kenny Pickett will be starting the season soon.
Fiction. I think Pittsburgh gonna be competitive, and I don't think Mitchell Trubisky is a bad quarterback. He's not that bad of a quarterback.
So you still think Trubisky's going to be starter the whole season?
Yes, I'm gonna go fact.
All right. We got Mac Jones to lose his job. Is that fact or fiction?
That's fiction.
So he's gonna stay, or was that
Yeah,
because
he's
then
gonna
if
be
he go
starting quarterback. Yes, that's fiction.
and Mike McCarthy will be the first head coach fired mid-season. Is that fact or fiction?
You talking about mid-season?
Yeah, mid-season they gonna decide to boot him.
I think that's fiction. I think they're gonna let it. It just depends on how bad. It's a 50-50 with that one. It just depends on how bad the team is. I'm gonna go 50-50 with that one. I think it just depends on how. I believe it just depends on how bad the team is. I'm gonna go 50-50 on that one. I'm gonna just go 50-50 on that. I think the Cowboys will be competitive. I think they will be 10-7. I don't believe they're gonna be bad. I don't believe they're gonna be a bad football team. They're not.
McCarthy's gone. We shall see. That's fiction. 50-50.
I'm gonna go
He's
50-50.
warming up his seat for Sean Payton. No, that would be crazy if Payton comes back out of retirement. But if he comes back out of retirement, he still would go to the Saints because he just signed that deal. So he would have to wait at least a good 4 or 3 years before he comes back. But yeah, so that would be crazy though if Sean Payton becomes coach. Doug say that's fact. And only if we off to a bad start.
That's why I couldn't answer that. I say 50-50. It just depends on if they off to a bad start. I'm not gonna say fact or fiction. It just depends on what they at.
So if something goes wrong during mid-season, is Dak going to be the blame, or is McCarthy going to be the blame?
The coach is gonna always get the blame. Coach is gonna always be the first one to take the fall for everything. And anytime anything goes wrong in any given sport, the coach is gonna always take the blame. Gonna be the first one. They'll take the hood. You can blame Dak all you want to, but it's gonna fall on the head coach. Coach is always gonna take the fall for it.
Yeah, Damien says both. He says he's going to blame.
It's gonna be both, but who's gonna get fired? Who's gonna be the one to get fired?
It ain't going to be Dak.
It's
it's coach first, then Dak.
coach first, then Dak Prescott. No matter what sport you in, anytime a thing go wrong or any sense of struggle, hey, the coach is gonna always be the first one to get the fall, and take the hit. They're not gonna fire Dak. They're gonna fire Mike McCarthy. They're gonna get him.
So McCarthy would deserve a lot of the blame. He cost the Cowboys so many games just by his play calling and coaching alone. Yeah, like I said, it is 50-50. Again, if it comes down to again how Dallas starts. Now, if they start off okay, then McCarthy may not be in the hot seat. But let them start 0-5 or 0-4. It's not going to be looking too great. Everybody's going to be saying, "Oh, well, what's going on with Dak? It's the offensive line. It's this, is that." We all know Dallas has a good defense. That's 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 always something Dallas always had. You got Diggs, you got Parsons, they got Anthony Barr. So defensively, they're okay. It's just that offensively is where the question mark is. So let's go ahead and do some over under. Trey Lance over 3 touchdowns. Is that Trey Lance 3 touchdowns? Is that over or under?
I'm gonna go right. I'm just gonna go right there. He's gonna get 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing. I believe he gets 2 passing and 1 rushing touchdown. I'm gonna say even. I'm gonna say just about right there. Just about right there.
All right. We got West Side with the under. Q saying, "Oh damn, God, this team will be in deep trouble if they go 0-3, 0-4." I don't see it happening, in my opinion. So you got you said right. You said right under.
No, I say right there, like
Right
even.
there. Okay.
Yeah, right. Just right there. 2 passing and 1 rush.
Zeke gets over 100 yards against Tampa Bay. Over or under.
I'm taking over.
Of course, Damien got under. People are going to be purging Jones if Dallas don't make the Super Bowl. But they say Dallas makes the Super Bowl every year. They fans. Oh, we winning it every year. You got Daniel Jones, 2 interceptions over under. And they going against
I'm gonna go right there, even. I'm gonna just go even.
All
Even
right.
right there. I'll say he throw just right, 2 picks right there.
All right. West Side says Zeke is going to get over 100 yards. And we got TJ Watt over or under getting 2 sacks.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go over 2 sacks. I say he get 3.
All right. So you got Daniel Jones under 26 years and 26 years and counting. We got over here. All right. So again, of course, I would wanted to have the first show to be a little bit over, a lot. But since we got some time, again, this is what we're going to be doing towards the end of the show. If y'all have any questions y'all want to ask, now is the time, and we're going to answer those questions here. So before that, so week 1, so we're going to me and Dante when we're going to watch out for the Twitter polls, because we're going to be doing so week 2 and we come back next Tuesday. We're going to have our ground performance, we're going to have our air performance, and we're going to have our top highlight play of the week. We're going to put our choices up there and on Twitter, and y'all pick the poll who was better that week. We also going to find a that's not how you treat people moment. Somebody's going to get trucked, somebody's going to get stiff armed, somebody's going to get trucked, and we're going to bring that here. So we got our first question. Miami is in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're wild card team. 10-7. Wild card.
Okay.
I say yes. I got them 10-7 in the wild card.
I got them second in that division. I think. No. Third in the division? I don't remember exactly what I said, but I do got Buffalo winning that division. You got them as a wild card. I can definitely see that happening. If Tua definitely goes out there and balls out to his potential with his weapons that he have, I can definitely see them making a wild card. How far will the Sixers go with Montrezl Harrell? Until the Sixers prove otherwise, we still are going to be a second round exit. Just point blank period. What's your floor and ceiling? I got us going 12-4. Now, anything over 10 is what I'm looking for. 10 wins. I got 12-4. Green Bay wins the NFC North.
Yes. Don't trust Minnesota.
I still got them winning the North. I know Green Bay doesn't have. Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have his weapons, but the young bucks got to step up. Christian Watson's. You got your Sky Moores. Not your Sky Moores. Your Romeo Dobbs. You got your Lazards. So those guys got to step up. But I still think Green Bay's winning the division.
You can look at talent on Minnesota end on the offensive side of the football, but Minnesota, they don't win games that they're supposed to win. They don't win games that they're supposed to win. They win games that they don't supposed to win. They'll beat a team like Green Bay, but they'll lose against the Detroit Lions. They'll beat a team. They'll lose to Dallas with a backup quarterback in Cooper Rush. Those are the games that they can't win. And again, teams like the Chargers, they have to play the Chargers, but they'll beat teams like the Chargers. They'll beat a team like the Raiders, someone you're not expecting them to beat. That's why I'm not picking Minnesota. That's why I don't pick Minnesota to win the division. I believe they're going to be a part of a wild card spot, but I can't. I still got Minnesota. I still got Green Bay.
Will the Lakers miss the playoffs again?
If LeBron James and Anthony Davis healthy, no, they would not miss the playoffs. It just depends on health.
I don't think the Lakers are going to miss the playoffs again. If Mr. Glassman, Street Clothes Davis, as we want to call him, if he stays healthy and not on the sideline wearing his modeling for his clothes, they'll be okay. If AD, God forbid, and of course I don't wish no injury on nobody, but if he was to get hurt, you better hope and pray it's the beginning of the season and not when you need him later on in the end of the season. Will OBJ get signed before the season starts? I doubt he gets signed before the season starts. Word is that the Rams still got his locker, so who's to say he may go back to the Rams? Um, but he's not going to get signed before the season starts. Dalvin Cook, Offensive Player of the Year candidate.
50-50. Because he can't stay on the field. He can't stay healthy.
I got a bold prediction. His brother's gonna do better than is gonna have more production than he is over there in Buffalo. All right, so Koo got a question for you, Dante. He said, should the Cavs add Dennis Schroeder?
I mean, on a cheap contract, they could. He's a solid player. He improved his shot. He's not the playmaker that you're going to be looking for, but you don't need him to be that playmaker. You don't need him to be a playmaker. He can score. He's an improved shooter, and he's physical on defense. So if you want to add him on a cheap contract, you can definitely do that. He's fine. He'll be fine.
Can Carson Wentz lead the Commanders to the NFC East title?
No, I don't believe he can. I believe it's going to come down to the Eagles and Dallas. But I believe they're going to be competitive, though. I believe Commanders is going to be a competitive team. I don't believe the team is that bad.
Could Chris Olave be in talks for Rookie of the Year?
I think it's going to come down to George Pickens. I got George Pickens, the Pittsburgh Steelers receiver, as a dark horse for their best receiver. But like I say, every rookie, you just never know. I'm gonna give him a fair shot. I give him a chance.
Jonathan Taylor had a repeat performance of last year?
I don't think he would. I think it's just gonna be more teams stacking the box to try to stop him this year.
Yeah, I think enough teams got him on film now. So they definitely know what he's capable of, what he can do. That is definitely going to be interesting with Jonathan Taylor.
He's still going to be a 1,000-yard rusher. He's still going to have a great season. I just don't believe he had a season he had last year.
All right. Y'all got anything else? Y'all have some good questions, y'all. Like I said, it don't got to be football related. It can be basketball. Y'all got a baseball question? The Phillies won, by the way, Dante.
Wow, they wait till they play the Marlins to beat somebody.
James Robinson or Travis Etienne?
I like James Robinson, man. I'm not gonna even lie. I like James Robinson. I'm not gonna lie. I love James Robinson. I like James Robinson, to be honest.
Dante, Damian, not 700? You mean Pujols get 700 home runs? Or you get the 70 home runs? Did you mint that extra zero? And so Ern says in Miami, you rather have Raheem Mostert or Chase Edmonds?
Chase Edmonds. I'd rather have Chase Edmonds.
If Mostert stays on the field, I'm going to take Mostert. Did you mean 70? I think Damian meant 70 home runs. We talked about this before. You said he'll stop at what, 63? You think?
Yeah, I think he'll stop at 63. About 63, 64.
Can Jameis be successful in New Orleans without the QB whisperer?
Yep, if he doesn't get hurt and if he doesn't make the same mistakes that he used to do in Tampa Bay, I believe he can be successful. He got the weapons, got the running back. He's going to have the defense, they can stop people. So yeah, I believe he can still do it.
And let's see any crazy scores going on in baseball. Yeah, the Marlins, we get a walk off. We get a walk off to get the win. See, the wild card race is heating up. How many games will the Los Angeles Dodgers win? So they got 110, 11. How many games you think they win, Dante?
What their record is now?
They are 92-42.
And how many games left?
Let me see. I mean, they still got a pretty good amount.
I know. That's what I'm trying to say.
Like 20 something.
All right. I'm gonna go 105. 105. I believe they're gonna win 105.
Devontae and Derek, or the duo in Cincinnati?
I'm going for Devontae and Derek. That's not even a question.
And then is Pete Carroll on the hot seat?
Yes, this year.
Who will be number 1 seed in the AL? The Yankees or the Astros?
Astros. Ain't even no question right there. Astros.
So the 2022 World Series matchup will be. So you got Houston, you got Yankees, you got Tampa Bay, you got Toronto, and then you got the Dodgers, Mets, Cardinals, Atlanta.
I'm gonna go. Well, I'll say I'm gonna go with my Astros, and I'm gonna go with the Dodgers.
Okay. What's going on? Joe Mixon or Najee Harris?
Joe Mixon.
And you think Pete Carroll will be on the hot seat?
Yes.
Yankees or Dodgers?
Yankees or Dodgers? Dodgers. I guess he's saying the Yankees or Dodgers is going to be in the World Series. But if I had to pick, I'm going to go Dodgers.
Oh, God. He said Geno Smith or Drew Lock.
Geno Smith is a starting quarterback right now. So it's obvious Geno Smith. And I don't even like Geno Smith that much.
We all know the AL MVP. You still think it's going to Judge?
Yeah.
And how about in the AL? NL is the Goldsmith. You got Enardo or Mookie Betts?
All Goldschmidt.
Damian says the Dodgers and the Mariners in the World Series.
You'll find out.
Justin Verlander, Dylan Chase, or Shohei Ohtani for the AL, or Sandy or Aaron Nola to get Cy Young winners.
You're going Justin Verlander in the AL.
It damn for sure ain't no Nola. I don't know.
I'm going Alcantara for the Marlins.
Yeah, I got them too. And we already said how many home runs Judge is going to hit. We said about a good 63. I don't think he gets to 70. Who's going to be the wild card teams coming out the AL?
Okay, I got to go back and look at the standings on and off. Enough about that, so hold on. Let me go back.
The Mariners, the Blue Jays, the Rays, Yankees, or Orioles.
Okay, so all right, so let me look in the AL first. All right, so wild card. I'm going to stay with the same three. for the AL. And for the NL wild card, I'm going to go with the same three, but I'm going to swap the San Diego Padres and the Phillies, and I think the Phillies will have a third wild card. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go put the Mets in the wild card because I still think the Atlanta Braves gonna win the division. I still think they're gonna come back and get them, like I've been saying all year long. They're gonna come back and win the division.
Who's winning the AL Central?
AL Central. The Cleveland Guardians.
You said Cleveland.
Cleveland Guardians. Yep.
Will Albert Pujols have over 700 home runs after everything's done?
Yes.
All right, and then last question here before we get on out of here. What's y'all thoughts on the MLB having 8 games in the playoffs? Is 8 teams in the playoffs?
You count the 3 wild cards.
Oh, okay. I mean, gives a fighting team an extra chance to get in. So I mean, the first round seeds, the first rounders are going to have a bye, so they're not playing. So I mean, it's okay. I'm okay with that.
It sure look good. It sure look good for Philadelphia because they've been capitalizing on that lately. They have. But let's think about it. Bell went to 2 wild card teams, went to 3 wild card teams instead of 2. The Eagles got in on the 3rd wild card spot on the 6th seed. Now you think about since it changed for baseball, think about it. The Phillies are in the 3rd wild card spot. They're in the 3rd wild card spot all of a sudden. Now they get it. They using that to get in. Just think about that. So it's been very good for Philadelphia. The extra playoff spot been very good for Philadelphia sports lately.
The Atlanta Braves is a half game behind the Mets.
I told you. I'm telling you, they gonna catch them. I'm telling you. I've been saying it the whole year. They finna catch them. I'm saying they finna get them. They finna get them. They finna win that.
The Braves are winning right now, 6-5 against Oakland in the 4th.
Oh my God!
And the Mets lost to the Pirates 8-2.
I said what? I told y'all they finna catch them. I said it. I'm telling y'all. I said they were finna. I've been saying the whole year they gonna catch them. They gonna catch them.
Oh, the Cubs. Oh, that's the Reds. The Cubs beat the Reds. Mariners are beating the White Sox right now 1-0.
Yo, Damien, why you hating on my Astros? That's why the White Sox can't win shit.
The Astros is losing the bottom of the 7th right now, 4-3 against.
We can afford a loss. We can afford to get beat by the Rangers because we've been beating on them the whole year. Beating on the Rangers, them the whole year. We can afford to lose a game. Lose against them.
And right now, the Storm is up 40-35 against the Aces. The high person for the Aces is Plum with 14. Damn, Brianna Stewart got 20 points already. She is 7 for 9. She's 5 for 5 from 3. Brianna Stewart ain't playing no games right now. Jewel Lloyd with 12 points. But somebody else on the team got to step up. Because she can't be the only one shooting. But yeah, man, we're going to get on out of here. That was season premiere of the 7200 seconds. Again, watch out for the Twitter post. Make sure y'all vote on what's the top 3 plays of the week. We're gonna put them up there. And then we're gonna go over it next week. Again, leave y'all questions. We'll answer them here right live. If y'all want to answer questions on Twitter, again, we're gonna have this segment towards the end of the show where y'all can ask us some stuff, which we think on things. Donte, you got anything to say before we get up on out of here?
Man, I'm happy that we back. 7200 seconds is back. I'm happy that everything back. Just can't wait till Thursday, man. Just cannot wait till Thursday to the Bills and Rams, man. Just cannot.
Watch, we're gonna be saying, "Damn, it's week 5 already." Because that's how the season went last year. Like it flew past so bad. Check out the morning show in the morning. Coffee and Sports morning show. Make sure y'all grab y'all coffees. Come on in and tune back. But we got a packed house on Thursday. We got Coach's Corner. He will be previewing the Bills-Rams game. Then Donte will be calling that game, but I am going to call probably like a little bit of the first quarter until he gets in. NBA is around the corner too, so the Fadeaway podcast will be back as well. So yeah, it's back. We're gonna play the intro one more time, just in case y'all didn't see it, because it's something new. So we did upgrade. We got a new intro, but next week we're gonna be back with more fact or fiction, over under. Who knows? We might do something different, but we're definitely back. Gonna go over week 1 with games we didn't like, who got blown out, we're gonna talk about all that. Make sure y'all come on back. 7200 seconds. Everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. Again, come on back here tomorrow morning. We're going to break down some morning show stuff to do as well. But we getting on out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Peace.
Peace out. Good night, y'all.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough, but that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving